all big levels. So we'll work our way through this way. You can see down the other end where we're starting the levels. So you see on top of that the old trapezoidal structure that was the center of 5.5, 6 metres. 5.5 metres on the footprint here. But outside is another. This is the height. Yeah, the entry height is, main height here.
Entry height is here?
Yep. So you'll come through the doors considerably higher.
This is
for entry point? Yep. So you've got the box guard at the top, and then you see the black drop pipes coming down with the larger diameter pipe. And you can see just right here.
Well, I mean, as you can see, it's a very challenging site, both for the contractors and also the original design phase 2, because the Nadi airport that is being renovated is not actually one building that's being renovated. There's a series of buildings. So as you know, over the years, over the past number of decades, the authorities then, rather than having a sort of master plan, they simply just kept on adding buildings to existing ones. And what that meant was that you have different floor levels at different places, you have different roof levels, and some of the, I suppose, construction issues that they discovered could not have been discovered until you, for example, tear down a wall. When you tear down a wall, you find all these services that are running behind it. A number of issues have emerged in the construction phase. So it's not an easy site. Also, the site is a live site, as you know, that it's different if you were building a completely new site where there are no passengers coming through. So it's a lot easier. You can work 24/7. You can do whatever you like on the site to get it up and running. But this is a live site, so you have to manage people and people's expectations. You have to manage the traffic flow. So it is a very challenging site from that perspective. And notwithstanding those challenges, obviously progress has been made, and a lot of significant progress has been made. The first half of the departure area, which you had a glimpse of, should be open within 3 months' time. And then, of course, then they start moving on to the second half of the departure area. So we're very happy with the progress, because we are obviously aware of the many challenges. We don't, for example, necessarily have all the skill sets available in Fiji. There is actually a Samoan company that's doing tiling in Fiji. They obviously have done some good work, and the contractors are aware of them. We understand they did some work in New Zealand. So they're here now working on the site, because we don't necessarily have the right level of skill sets. There may be tilers available in Fiji, but they may not necessarily be at that level of expertise that these people are providing. So it is also the ability to meet the right suppliers, the right services, that's required to have a very good finish at this international airport. Of course, once the entire airport is completed, then it will give a completely different perspective to Nadi International Airport. And we are, of course, in a very competitive market. Your airport is always the gateway to the country, and also your departure way in leaving the country. So it makes the first impression, the best impression, or the worst impression of the country. Obviously, it's not just about bricks and mortar, but it's also about the people who run the airport, as you know. So the tourism awards, now there's a recognition of people who do perform well at the frontline service areas. So whether it's FERCA, immigration, your security or police, etc., biosecurity, they need to be service orientated too, whilst protecting our borders. But no doubt the infrastructure itself, with an upgrade in it, it will help us significantly and create that experience, the Fijian experience. We want it to be a unique experience, but also at the same time offer modern facilities that's available to our visitors, and also our citizens who also travel. They deserve to also have good facilities available for them. And also you would see that the management of AFL through the executive chair have tried to get as many good concessionaires at the airport. In other words, a range of facilities to be available. You've already seen in the upstairs departure area, you've got new restaurants, etc., new services being available. That also should be available at the land side, as in not the air side of the airport. You'll also see the experience coming into the country. There'll be new space available for new baggage area, so people can get their bags offloaded a lot quicker. You need that level of efficiency. As we've said that when a person leaves Sydney Airport at 6:30 a.m. on the flight, we want them to be drinking their pina colada on the beach in Denrau by midday. That can only happen also if we have an efficient airport, if we have an efficient road system. So we've already got a 4-lane road coming out of the airport that'll go all the way up to Watulevu roundabout. Not Watulevu roundabout, the Wailoloa roundabout. And so that'll create the flow of traffic. So it then makes your destination more attractive. People will say, oh, Fiji is a good place to go to. The airport is efficient, you can get out of the airport quickly, the people are friendly, the roads are good, the street lighting is good. So it helps you have an edge over other destinations, because believe you me, other countries are also pushing their countries as destinations. So we should not think and sit back and say, well, everybody will come to Fiji irrespective of whatever happens. We need to be constantly on the move. We need to be constantly thinking about what we can do to modernize our systems, modernize our infrastructure.